Hey there, and welcome to another grammar video for Unit 8, Blue Reading and Listening. In this lesson, we're going to talk about the future tense using the modal will, as well as be going to, and future plans with present progressive. Let's get started. In order to better understand this lesson, you'll need to know what the modal will is. You'll also need to know how to talk about the future with be going to, and the present progressive or present continuous. Some other useful things to know is what is a plan or what is a prediction. Again, take a moment to look these things up and then come back. So in this lesson, we'll talk about how will, be going to, and the present progressive can be used to talk about the future tense. We'll also talk about future plans made in the past, as well as how to talk about predictions for the future. We'll talk about facts for the future, as well as contractions, and the adverb probably. So to talk about the future tense, we have three ways to do so in English. We can use the modal will. We can talk about the future with be going to. We can also use the present continuous. Again, we have a lot here to look at, so take a moment, pause the video, and look at the structures. You'll need to remember that with will, we use a base verb. In be going to and the present continuous, you must understand the form of be is chosen by the subject of the statement. So again, take a look at these, maybe practice writing a few sentences of your own. In English, we use two different tenses to talk about future predictions. We can use the modal will, and we can also use be going to. Looking at the slide, we have the structures for each tense. First, using the modal will, we'll start with the subject, followed by the modal, and then the base verb. Some examples: traditional Bedouin culture will disappear by 2100. It will rain next week. Another way to talk about future predictions is using be going to. Now, for this tense, you must remember that the be verb matches the subject, so we have subject-verb agreement. Start with your subject, then the appropriate be verb, followed by going to, and then the base verb. Some examples: traditional Bedouin culture is going to disappear by 2100. It's going to rain next week. In these two tenses, again, we're talking about a future prediction, so we're less certain, or we don't have a plan. You must remember this week for the grammar that we do not use the present progressive in English to talk about future predictions. Here you have two examples that would not work in the English language. So if we have a plan to do something, we can talk about the future using two tenses. Use the future, be going to, and present progressive. For example, I bought a house in Kobar yesterday. I plan to move there next month. This is a future plan before. So now we can use either be going to or the present progressive to talk about the future. To talk about the future, we use be going to, start with the subject, then the be verb, going to, and the base verb. Because I have a plan, I can write a statement like, I'm going to move to Kobar next month. We can also use the present progressive to talk about our plans. Start with the subject, then the be verb, then the base verb plus ing. Again, for the present progressive, you'll need to remember the be verb is based on the subject. You'll also need to remember the spelling patterns for using a verb plus ing. We've discussed these things in previous videos. If you need to remember them, pause the video, review it, and then come back. Also keep in mind that for future plans with the present progressive, time information is really important. Also, when we talk about something that we've made a plan for, we do not use the modal will. Let's recap. So again, we're studying three tenses or structures to talk about the future with will, the future with be going to, and the present progressive to talk about the future. Will can be used for predictions, but not for plans made before now. Be going to can be used for predictions and plans made for before now, whereas the present progressive can be used for plans made before now, but not for predictions. Again, here you have a small chart. Pause the video and have a look. Now, to ask and answer questions about the future, you'll have to remember our question structures. So for yes or no questions with will, we start with will, then the subject, and a base verb. For example, will it rain? Yes, it will, or no, it won't. For future with be going to, the structure is as follows. Start with a be verb, followed by the subject, then going to, then base verb. For example, are you going to play? Yes, I am, or no, I'm not. And finally, to ask a yes or no question about the future using the present progressive, start with a be verb, followed by the subject, then the base verb plus ing. For example, are you playing? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Here we have the WH question structures as well. You'll have to remember we start with the WH question word, who, what, when, where, why, or how. For questions with the modal will, we have the WH question word, followed by will, then the subject, then the base verb. For example, where will you go? For questions with be going to, we start with the WH question word, then the be verb, subject, going to, and then the base verb. For example, what are they going to say? And finally, to ask WH questions using the present progressive about the future, we start with a WH question word, followed by the appropriate be verb, then the subject, then base verb plus ing. For example, where are they studying? Take a moment, pause the video, and compare the structures for each question type. Also, practice writing and answering a few questions of your own. So we have some contractions you'll need to remember because they come up a lot with these grammar points. Again, there's a lot on the screen, so take a moment, pause the video, and have a look at the contractions. You'll also need to remember that in yes or no questions, there are no contractions in yes answers. So an answer would look like, yes, I will. We do not say, yes, I'll. However, contractions are okay in negative answers with no. So, no, I won't. Now, let's talk about the adverb probably. Have a look at these sentences and identify where probably is in the sentence. Try to figure out the rule. The rule for probably is as follows. Probably goes after the be verb or will if the sentence is positive. For example, I will probably come to class tomorrow, or I am probably going to come to class tomorrow. Notice where probably is when we have going to. Additionally, probably goes before the be verb or won't if the sentence is negative. For example, she probably isn't going to come to class tomorrow, or she probably won't come to class tomorrow. Again, there's a lot in this lesson to understand, but don't worry. The most important things you'll need to remember are the sentence and question structures. You'll also need to know the positive statements as well as negative statements. My advice, take a moment, pause the video, and practice writing some. Here we have a few example questions that you might see on a quiz or an exam. For example, many experts believe that 50% of world languages blank in the next 50 years. Another question, the Maori people are working very hard to make sure that their culture survives. They believe that their culture blank disappear in the future. Again, in these questions, the focus is on the structure. Take a moment, try to answer them, then we'll post the answers. Now, let's take a practice quiz. Pause the video and answer the questions. Once you've finished all the questions, press play and we'll talk about your answers. Question 1. Jim and Pam blank to Australia for their vacation next month. Again, here we have a plan. They have a vacation next month, so we can use the present progressive. C is correct. Question 2. Many indigenous languages blank in the future if we don't preserve them. Again, we can't know this for sure. It's a prediction. So A, will disappear, is correct. Question 3. I blank learn a third language. Arabic and English are enough for me. Again, if Arabic and English are enough, I don't need another language. So we can use D, probably won't learn. You'll need to remember that probably goes before won't. Question 4. Where blank students learn indigenous languages. Again, we're asking a question about the future, so here we can use will. B is the correct answer. Question 5. 60% of Americans blank Spanish by 2050. Here we have a prediction. We can use be going to, so C is the correct answer. That's it for this lesson. As always, I hoped it was useful. Class dismissed.